Oxford University's Dr. Adrian Hill on their team's vaccine has shown some prompt to prove active immune response in hundreds of people who got the shot. But our guest, Dr. Raywat Deonandan, who's a University of Ottawa epidemiologist, joins us now. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of progress and a lot of hope here. Obviously, some are in the market raising money as well. So what do you make of this one and some of the other ones that are out there, Doctor?
Well, I've known of the results of this for several days, but when I saw it in print today, I got to say, I got a little emotional. It's the real deal. This is extraordinary progress, and if it pans out, it might be Nobel Prize-winning progress. So this is an extraordinary scientific feat, and of course, we have to add the caveat, it's early. We don't know what Phase 3 will bring, but Phase 2 is looking pretty good.
What do you like about it?
It's effective, and so we have the double immune response. You've got the antibody production and the T-cell production, which means that you're going to have, hopefully, an immediate immune response, but also a long-term immune response lasting years. But also, the side effects are few, really, and they're mild. They're mostly fevers and pains that can be treated with Tylenol. Now, when we get to Phase 3, we might see some more serious things, but right now, it's not looking like it's going to be too dangerous, which is obviously everyone's concern.
So, Raywat, the Chinese are also out with a report saying that their researchers are seeing a similar response. Can you compare and contrast these two potential vaccines?
Sure. Yeah, so the difference is in how it was delivered. So the Oxford vaccine is delivered with a chimp adenovirus, and the Chinese one is a human adenovirus. Now, the adenovirus is sent in as a Trojan horse. It delivers the package of COVID. It's a fragment of the COVID virus, so that your DNA recognizes it, and then starts making those same proteins and builds up some target practice, as it were. The problem with the Chinese version is because they use a human adenovirus, we already have some immune reactions to it, and often it can't deliver the package as effectively. And also, the Chinese vaccine doesn't seem to be as effective in the older age range, which is what we care about a lot. So in my opinion, the Oxford one is probably more effective, but they're both pretty good given the short time frame it took to get them to this stage.
Now, we've seen a lot of media coverage that there were about 100 that were at different phases. Are any further down the line than this one?
Yeah, there are dozens that are approaching Phase 3 clinical trial. The Indians announced an indigenous one in India. It's called Covaxin. It's in Phase 2 trials, I think, now. They're actually pushing to have it to market by August, which I think is far too ambitious. But there's a host of them that are just about to go to Phase 3. And a lot of these are starting manufacture before they get the Phase 3 data back, because they're anticipating it's going to be good enough that they can roll it out to market already, which it's ambitious. At the same time, it does prove to be true. We want to be able to distribute this worldwide as quickly as possible. And that's the next challenge. After we prove scientific efficacy, how do we do the administration to make sure that everyone gets a dose? So the Oxford vaccine is probably going to require 2 doses, with the caveat that, assuming it works, it's looking like it will require a booster. So it's going to have to be shipped doubly, and we're going to have to arrange the infrastructure and administration to get it to people twice. Luckily, I think it's also one of these formulations that can be held in a room temperature, doesn't need to be frozen. That's going to help a lot. So there's a lot of variables here.
Well, you've been really even-keeled about this. When you talk about getting emotional on this, that's an important sign. Or the fact that with a new child in your house, you haven't had much sleep, Doctor.
There's a lot of that going on too, but it is extraordinary how quickly this was put together. It's a heroic scientific feat. Even if nothing comes of it, the fact that it was done is just incredible. But I think something will come of it. If Phase 3 goes the way we think it will, and if all goes perfectly well according to plan, no administrative barriers, you might see a vaccine on the market by the end of the year.
Raywat Deonandan, we'll hold you to it.